G'day guys, how's it going? Right, welcome to Mark's Dodgy Bloody Workshop. Now, in the last video, I was going to do all this stuff and I never ended up getting it all done. I thought my reservoir brake fluid was empty. Apparently it wasn't. It was totally full and fine. So what was causing my problem, I still don't know. Possibly my brake pads have gotten too low. I said there's no wear pattern, but I think these ones actually didn't have the wear line in there. And I mean, looking at these, I would think, you know, that doesn't look too bad. They are well down, but anyway, so I don't know. So in this video, what I'm going to do is service both the front and the rear, getting them ready for those brake pads that I do have on order. Right, let's get down and have a look at this front caliper. Rightio, so here it is. It looks pretty dirty. Everything seems to be functioning okay, like these things are sliding okay. I've actually had this all pulled apart. I wanted to make sure I kind of like half knew what the hell I was doing before I was going to show it. Not that this is a tutorial. Remember, this is the Dodgy Workshop. So we've got our two bolts that bloody hook into there. They're out. Here's the little bloody thing that holds your doodads in. So what I'm going to do is clean this up. So once you've pulled this, actually, can you see that? Yeah. Once you've, you know, that's sitting there, you've pulled that out, you've taken your bloody thing out of there, and obviously this thing has a little hidden bloody cap like that. You take that off, then you get your Allen screw, release that out. Your, where are they? Your bloody, here's your pads, they fall out, no worries. Basically what you can do, this thing here will just pull out, and it'll be a little bit harder than what you see there because I've already done this. So that just, you just push and that eventually comes out like that. So what I've got to do now, because I'm going to use brake cleaner on this, brake cleaner isn't good for rubbers. So this one here on the arm, that one just pulls out. It's just got a little lip, and when we go to put that back in, there's an easy way to, you know, to know that it's back in properly. And then this one here, which takes a little bit to pull out, and just got to be careful, and it wouldn't actually hurt before you start pulling that out. Just smear a little bit of grease on there just to help that ease out, and that'll come out in one like that. So I pulled that out, and then to get it back in, I put a tiny bit of grease on there to then squash and then just twist that and for it to hop back in. So yeah, cool. So we want to get them out of it because they're rubber, and you know, the chemical stuff normally affects that. Beauty. Oh, and actually there's this little thing here. I'm not exactly sure. It's got to be some, obviously the pads must kind of like rest on that, yeah, for whatever bloody reason, but that comes out, so we'll clean that up and that'll give us access to clean in there. On the other arm, there is a metal thing there that obviously can come out, but I don't think I need to remove that. It seems pretty, oh actually, does it? Oh, there you go, we'll pull it out then. Cool. So for my reference, that straight bit there is going to go, oh, actually, it couldn't go the other way anyway. That'd be bloody stupid. Cool. So you can't get that wrong either. Brilliant. So I'll get rid of that. Now, for the love of God, I'm not a mechanic. Never in the 15 years of bloody being on YouTube have I ever said I'm a mechanic. I'm just a bloke that tries to apply logic to figure out how to fix something or attach something or service it or whatever. And if I get to a point and I go, I have no idea, I jump on YouTube and I look at other people that have done it, and then I give it a go. That's it. And remember, this is not a high performance motorcycle. It's a Suzuki DR650 2009. Basically it's an agricultural dual sport machine. Very, very simple. So yeah, I don't need to be doing everything perfect. Like, I replaced the bolts that hold that caliper on, and someone actually mentioned in the comments about, yeah, I should get bloody OEM bolts for it, not these store-bought ones. I got this from, Bolts and Fasteners here in Bendigo. I showed them the old ones, and they said, here, this is what we can give you to do it. So I figure if a specialised bolts and fastener place said these are the bolts to use, I'm happy with that on a machine like this. Good old Max, never lets me down. Right, so that's the other thing too. You can see that both these pistons are evenly out, and they're out a very long way. Now, I'm not sure about what seal. There's obviously rubber seals in there. I think with the cleaning that I'm going to do, it's not going to affect whatever's way in there. Now, someone mentioned I shouldn't pump the brake without the bloody, what do you call it, the pads in there, because these can actually blow out. So I got lucky, only one of them was coming out. So what I ended up doing was getting Nay to pump the brake, and I was just, as one came out, I'd then put pressure on that one, and then this one would slowly come out, and I evenly got them out because I wanted to be able to clean all this, make sure that's all nice and smooth in there. Now, whether you do that or not do that, that's your bloody choice. So that's what, yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Rightio, let's the cleaning. So I've got just super cheap auto cleaner brake bloody crap. Give her a shake. And so obviously here there's no rubbers or anything, so I can just spray the crap out of that. Bit of a spray like that. I've got just a paintbrush. There we go. Nice. Now I got this little piece here. That should do that one. This one. Beauty. Right, now for this bit here. Now these are things here, I seen a video where they actually get a zip tie and then they just squash this zip tie around it. I suppose just snug it. And that way you can just, you don't want to scratch or anything. This is because it's plastic, so it'll just knock off any of the bits and pieces that are on there. Especially for behind where you can't get to, so you just do that and hey presto, that should be enough for those. Right, so I'll just go through and really try and clean this up as much. I'll end up, once these dry off, I'll push them back in and then I'll be able to get into below in there, so just hang on. Right, what I've done is I've got a little bit of grease. Once all that dried up around these two pistons, I've got a tiny bit of grease and I've just lightly smeared and using a cotton bud and just got it right all the way around it. Just a light smearing. I don't know whether you should do that or you shouldn't do that, but just I thought that might be a good thing. So I should be able to now push these in. Oh, wow. So there you go. That's what they told me. This one seemed like it nearly bloody is going to pop roll the way out. Holy crap. Yeah. So if I was to push that, then this one would want to pop all the way out. Right, so you've got to be careful that you don't. All right, cool. So I'm going to get a C-clamp and do these all at the same time. All right, what I'm going to do is whack that in there like that. And then if this C-clamp, no it won't, but let's just see if I can get it in a little bit. Oh, well that made it a whole lot bloody easier. Oh, I can, all right, cool. So now, save my thumbs from being squashed to the bloody high heaven. Push that in there. So it didn't actually push both at the same time, but hey. See if I push. Righto. Take that out. Oop. Oh, get out of there. So now they're pushed in out of the way, and now I can get all access into there. Right, I'll just go ahead and just, obviously there's nothing special, just spray that shit on and scrub it up dub. Right, here we go. So a bit of bloody scrubbing with all the bits and pieces. The scouring pad was most probably the best one for getting all the gunk off. So it's not perfect, but that is way better than what it was. Now if I go around here, so obviously we saw that one, that's all nicely cleaned up. These things here, the rubbers, I just took them inside, used dishwashing liquid and hot water and just cleaned them out. Used a cotton bud to get in there, you know, several cotton buds to get all the crap that was in there out, same as that one there. And then I also obviously dried it as much as I could, and then got dry cotton buds to get in there and really make sure it was dry. Otherwise just leave them out in the sun and they'll dry up. Then this thing here, which is the pin, just put that on the wire brush wheel and just cleaned all that up. The wire brush always does a good job. Otherwise just get the scourer pad and scour it and that'll be sweet. Right, so now I've got to put it back together. Now this one here, that's the one that's got to go through the top bit there. So I get a little bit, tiniest bit of grease. Put it over there like that. Wipe the excess off. And then we just put that in there and then just squash it till it goes in there like that, and then start to twist it, and it should just pop through like that. And there you go, boom boom, that's in there like that. Nice. Now this piece here and that one there, I don't think we're going to need to put, there it is there. There's a little lip and there's a lip on here. If you just kind of like half put it in and then just squat it, just, oh no, that didn't work. Put it in and then just twist. And eventually it should, no, you know why? Because I'm a dickhead and I'm putting that in the wrong way. If you go that way, you can see that. Just squash it in. In actual fact, I don't think I have to twist. And then if you just do that all the way around, you can see that that rubber has hooked in. So that is now sweet. Now for these metal bits, so this crooked one, now I believe, see if I do that, it doesn't want to sit there. So I've got it the wrong way. If I turn it around, I think, then does it want to sit? I think that's the right way, because it actually hooks on, whereas when you do it that way, does it? Yeah, it doesn't want to hook on. So I think that's a pretty good way of not getting that wrong either. Oh, there you go. That's, so that piece is in there. And then on this one here, as we said, we can't get it wrong. It has to go that way, like that.
So we should be on that side. Actually, you can come over just a little bit. There you go. Boom. That's not bloody hard at all. That's child's work, that one. Sure to get me stuffed up. Cool. So now we've got to just put this arm back on here, and that's the way it's going to go. But we've got to put some grease on these pins. Now, I don't know how much. See, in my head it's kind of like, oh, should be able to put heaps on there, and I think having heaps on there is good, but this is brakes, and we don't want heaps in the point of it oozing out and getting on your pads, because then you won't have any brakes. So I'm just gonna put what I think, and then once it's all back together, you can always give it a spray with the parts cleaner just to make sure there's no contaminants on your pads or anything like that, I suppose. I reckon that should be enough. I don't think we have to, you know, these rubbers don't have to be, you know, filled or anything like that. So now we just put that on there, that one in there. It's always hard with the camera in the way, but there you go, that's it. So what I'll do is I'll clean up all that access stuff there. All bloody righty, so there we go. So all our bits and pieces are in. I've put that that pin in there and the cap for it, just so I don't lose all that stuff. That's the arm put in. Now if we watch this, I'll just, so these rubbers are not, obviously you're never going to have this come out that far, obviously with the plug. So once it's in like that, I just, it actually hooks over. There's a little, on the pins there's a thing, so that's all it's really moving, is just basically there. If you go too far, that's when the little rubbers hop off like that. But they're now on, and that is got bloody good movement. All right, I reckon that's a job done. I'll just hook that back on there just so that we're not hanging off this all the time. And when the pads turn up, we whack them in and we're bloody good to go, hopefully. Isn't it funny what you notice when you get all that footage that I've been doing, and time goes so bloody quick. Editing it, I went, you know what? When I was putting the grease on those pins and then I pushed it in, when I was watching that, I went, what you're doing, Mark, is all that grease that was on there, you've just pushed it off the bloody pins. So I'm going to take that back out, put a little bit of grease on the inside of the rubbers, so that when I push it in, there's actual grease inside the rubber. And another thing I picked up when I was watching the thing is the caliper. I'd say I'm going to just then put it there, and I'm always putting it to the outside where it actually goes on the inside, just for those, I don't know, whatever, but there you go. Boom, there we go. That's much better. Right, and then when we put it back, instead of me pointing it that way, do it that way. Obviously you'll do that anyway, but I know someone will pick me up on it. Right, there you go, guys, so that's it. At the start of the video, I did tell you that I'm only getting the front done, because I did say I was going to do the front and the rear, but time gets away and I don't want too long of bloody videos. I'll bore the shit out of you guys. So the next video I'll most probably do is getting the rear done. It's just a little bit, tiny little bit different. Anyway, you can just see the process, I suppose, of doing it. And you're just hanging out, we're talking crap. Right, that's it. There's nothing more to bloody say. Remember, keep on riding, and if you ain't riding, keep on keeping on.